good idea as far as the pavilion. That was just an idea, and that can be rerouted. We thought it might be neat to have a basket on the concrete of the stage, and that can be removed, obviously. But if that is not a good idea, then we can easily put that somewhere else. That's not. But we thought that might be a cool idea. But I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah, they every certain time of year they still have concerts in the park.
Okay.
They do that with the bandstand.
You don't want people throwing.
I don't think it'd be a good idea throwing that toward the band.
Those baskets are removable, so you have a lock on that sleeve, and so if you ever wanted to remove the basket for an event, they're removable.
Yeah. As far as that, are there any questions?
I think the good thing would be to send this to the Parks Department. I think they meet next Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. Who's the chairman of that? Is Mike Stokely? Mike Stokely is the president of the Parks Department right now. And so we'll get a phone number to you.
Sure.
And then that way you can do a presentation of him and the two of us working together and come up with something.
That'd be great. Anything we have to do to facilitate, the design or whatever, we're willing to do that. So
Sounds like the input cost is not, it's not out of the ordinary. It's not like y'all are asking for something astronomical.
right. Yeah. And certainly, I just want to be clear. It's not a money-making endeavor for our business. It's just we're willing to put in the work to make it happen as something to do for the community, because we've seen what it does in the community. It's rarely does somebody not enjoy themselves when they go play or have fun, and I think that'd be the case here. So I think it would be a good thing as an option to have.
And then the sponsorship on the hose, that would help with the cost of putting it in. So I mean, that's.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
So there's, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll.
Thank you. You're welcome.
We'll get you Stokely's number, and you can contact him and tell him there.
Thank you.
Can you give me your number so I can get it in?
817. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll go along with keeping things brief tonight. From the mayor's report, looks like we've got a good race coming up in all wards. And so appreciate people coming out and stepping up. And we'll just leave it at that for right now. We'll go into public comment.
Is that me?
Yep.
I'm Charlie Hilburn. First off, thanks to everybody that does what you do. From the bottom of my heart, I much appreciate it. You're a better person than me because I'm not doing it. I'm here tonight to question the trash contract. I don't understand it at all. I've listened to the radio about it, and I've read the newspaper about it, and just what I've gathered is the most unbelievable thing I've seen in a long time. So, with that being said, I mean, what I'm questioning is, we've got one at $15 and we got one at $23, which it's a no-brainer. You would take the 15, but we took the 23. And there's got to be a reason behind it, and I think a lot of people would like to know the answer.
Would you like to tell them about your mother's bill and how that worked?
So my family had Republic. It started out at a low amount. She ended up paying $178 a month. And we know another gentleman that had it. He was paying $100 a month. And I know there's some other cities around that have it, and it started out at that low amount, and now it's up even higher than that. And another decision we said, we debated on not putting local people out, not cost local jobs. The Republic wasn't going to hire any local people. With the bid we took, they picked up the local people that were there and working and put them to work.
Yeah.
That's the reason I voted for it.
Okay. anybody else got I mean, what I've gathered on it is Zenith, the city of Zenith, the residents pay $14.25 a month. I mean, this is not rocket science, I don't think. This trash stuff. I mean, all the residents want is their trash picked up. I mean, you didn't got to sugarcoat it. We just want our trash picked up as cheaply as possible. And well, there's quality involved. But, I mean, Zenith's doing it for $14.25. And we are, I'm gonna give you the two bids that we'd received. One was from Republic. The 5-year average was $15.16. It started at 14 and ended at 17 or whatever. Sharp is at $23.85. They're both 5-year deals. The difference between the two, considered one on the 5-year average, $8.69 per month per electric meter. There's 4,620 electric meters in Kennett. That equals $40,147.80 per month coming out of Kennett, Missouri for the same jobs. Multiply it times 12 months and we're at $481,000 coming out of Kennett, Missouri. I sincerely appreciate everything everybody does, but this is unbelievable, and I hope there's an answer. I don't. Now, I appreciate your deal. I can't imagine that when we sign a contract from the city with whoever we sign it with, they're going to be held to that contract. They're not going to be jumping here, there, and yonder. Wouldn't that be? I mean, isn't that why you sign a contract? A lot of us have a trash service right now. We have no contract. We'll pay whatever they tell us to pay. You know, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on the talking about the trash contracts and all that stuff. But I can't get past the $480,000 a year coming out of Kennett. That's a lot of money coming out of New York City, and we're in Kennett. I mean, can anybody help me?
What does Republic give back to the community, other than $8?
I don't know.
Well, they don't buy their fuel here. They don't service their trucks here. They
Let me
don't
tell
buy
you
their parts
something.
here.
This all sounds good on the front end. Kennett, Missouri wants a trash service. We're not interested in the bells and whistles and the beautification committee and all that stuff. I mean, it doesn't sound like we're even on the same page with our bids. I don't know. But my God, hey, I don't guess there's any fuel people in here. I think we'd give up the fuel for $480,000 a year. I mean, I'm all ears if I'm on the wrong page on this thing.
So like I told you, that's the reason I voted for it.
Yeah.
So one of the big reasons was keeping people here working. I think that was a big deal. The Republicans have one person doing the trash. You're gonna lose, 8 people over there not having a job.
Well, that's possibly, you might, you know,
I mean, and
that's all.
That's basically what they told us tonight that we voted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we
I just-
eliminate jobs.
This is unbelievable for Kennett, Missouri.
I wasn't here for the meeting, but did they break down, and the first time I saw the bids was today. I told Brenda I had not received the bids. I made myself available that night, nobody called me to vote. Did anybody ask to put the bids side by side and
We had a town hall meeting where we opened them, and we had 2 people show up. That it's the night that we did the opening here, we scheduled on that following Thursday over at the fire admin building, that we would go through and discuss them.
Has anybody else seen the bids prior to the last meeting? Was that the only one that did not get an email?
No, I think there's
You guys seen you got an email with the two bids? And you went through it, and,
yeah, they were there, and we had extra copies at the fire station for people to look at and read. I mean, one of the reasons why I liked the bid was the springtime cleanup. That with Republic, you had a 10 roll-offs, and that was it. Anything after that would be an extra charge. So if you don't have transportation to load it up in your car or your truck and get it there, you're not gonna have a cleanup. With Sharp, they're doing curbside. So you take it to the curb, and on that day they're doing your ward, then it gets picked up, and it's unlimited.
did you put a number for all that service?
No, I did. I was just saying what I liked about the bid.
Okay.
And so the other aspect is, what I call the one-armed bandit, picking it up with the trash and dumping it in there. We have that, at my son's house up at Cape, and, whenever it's windy and it blows trash down the road.
Yeah.
Down the road. And the driver does not get out and pick it up.
Yeah.
Where with this, they're gonna have men, women, they're gonna have workers picking each bag up and dumping it into a new truck.
I mean,
So,
$480,000 a year in Kennett, Missouri.
but also in that contract, it stated where there was, they could bump it up.
Well, they all can do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can.
That's where,
That's the reason why it's $23.85 for the duration.
and that's where
We gamble on the cost.
I can pay the $23.85, that's not the issue. I'm looking at my community, y'all's community, and $480,000 a